Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. As you can see by the graphics, this is going to be an unscripted and unchained mail call. As I had mentioned, I was waiting on, in previous videos, I had mentioned that I was waiting on some more games to come in just before the Christmas holiday, and I took advantage of making some purchases of holiday deals, and I'll talk about those as well. So this will be a fairly short video. I'm not going to go in depth in any of these things, at least at the moment. Eventually, I'll get around to doing videos for, possibly each and every one of them, or certainly the ones that I'm absolutely going to put to use. So without further ado, let's see what came in. So the first that came in the mail yesterday was Akaram. All right, so the Luke Gygax's World of Akram, and this is the Eye of Chantufi. It's an adventure, so OS1, and it is for adventurers of levels 6 through 8th level. It is 5e compatible, but you can also translate it to a variety of other OSR editions. It is so I back this at, a fairly high level because I wanted to be able to contribute to contribute to part of the process and create an NPC to be included in there. And so that's what I had done. Um, Although I'm not quite sure which NPC was the one because there was a name change to put it in the setting properly. I wasn't quite sold on the character's name at the time. So there's two potential characters that might have been based on what I had introduced, and so I'm gonna wait after the holidays and get that cleared up with Luke. But very nice. Adventure. The adventure is roughly 34 pages long, which seems to be kind of like a standard length adventure, about 34 pages. Very glossy, colorful pages here. Pretty decent, pretty decent stock as well. So they're not flimsy. This is potentially one of the characters. That is the thief character that that I was introducing. So I'm just going to have to. His name is Pelicos Red. So I have to double check with him and see if that is the character. And then in the other book, there might be another one. And these are hand signed by Luke Gygax and Casey um, Casey Rift. So Matt Everhart. So that's the first of the books. The second one is the continuing adventure. So this is OS2, and here we have this is for levels 7 through 9, and the character that might have been mine here. Now this one here is a halfling thief character, and that's originally what I introduced. So I kind of have a feeling that this might be the character as well, although he doesn't exactly match up with the description of the character as much as the other. That's why I'm a little bit confused with it. But again, want to check it out. But the adventures are really cool, and the I mean, everything from the art to just the construction of the books and the layout and everything is phenomenal. I don't usually spend too much time showing off adventures because I don't want to do any kind of spoilers. Also, along with my purchase, I'm guessing this is a stretch goal, but it did come with cards. And these cards here, this is the first time I'm actually opening it up and taking a look at them. But there's a deck of cards, and they have this little barcode on it. So I got to check out and see what these do. I guess when I scan it on my phone, Um, so this is the Blessing of Xenox. This is Quick Escape. This is Pelicos Red. Ooh, I'm going to put that over there to the side. A Poisonous Fungus Trap. I'll show that off there. Uh, here's Varniza. So he's worth 500 XP. I'm going to set him aside too because that also might be my character. Um, so let's see. Let's see what this scan does. I'm going to do it in real time. This is the height of unscripted. All right, so let's see what happens when we bring. All right, it's bringing me someplace. This connection is not private. All right, let's try it again. So let's see. All right. PrayTorrendDrifts.com is the connection. Um, let's see. I might just bring it to the website of the company that makes the cards, which is Patron Drifts. Oh, now it did it. So start your adventure. So let's see. So it bring me here. So it brought me to this website here. This time it worked. Um, start your adventure, collect, play, and loot. So I'll check it out. It seems like it's a separate game system related, I guess, connected to Akarim. All right, so that's pretty cool. I will go into further detail with that. I also picked up. I think I paid about like $20 for this. Was the Akram mug, and it's a metallic on the inside, pretty heavy duty, pretty sturdy. I wish it had Akram on it. That would have been a really nice touch, and I would have even paid a little bit more for it if it did have that, emblazoned across the top. That would have been really cool. Um, this I might use as as a cup just to hold my, my pens and pencils and everything over here. I'm certainly not going to drink from it. The metallic probably carries the wrong thing, but I just want a little memento look with this here. So, next item. The prison city of the damned, Whitechester. All right, this is from Grim Jim Desborough. Post Mortem Studios. You can see it's a really huge volume here. I believe it's almost 500 pages. Now this was on a Lulu Press. Almost like it wasn't quite a Kickstarter, but it was something that you could back it there and follow along with it. And it got the PDF a couple of weeks ago, and now I have the soft cover. Like I said, I was not expecting 500 pages. I typically don't go into the PDF until if I know I have a physical copy coming. So really glad that I picked this up and started flipping through it. Now, Grim Jim is really well known for his very dark very dark adventures and settings and stuff. And this is primarily a setting, although I'm sure that there are probably some uh, either adventures or adventure hooks thrown into play. But it is just jam packed with just tons and tons of information. So being a city crawl for a variety of role playing systems inclusive of both the old and new schools, kindly transcribed by the much admired and twisted The S's and the F's. That's the only thing I'll say, Grim Jim. If you're looking at this, is this particular font. The S's and F's. They're um, kind of hard to tell the difference between the two. So, but anyway, really looking forward to going through this and checking it out. Now, I just got these two items on sale from Trollord Games. So I picked up Mystical Companions for $10. $10 hardcover. Can't go wrong. Um, Trollord Games. Absolutely phenomenal. So Castles and Crusades. Probably favorite version of Dungeons and Dragons that isn't actually Dungeons and Dragons. So it's absolutely the next step beyond what AD&D should have been, rather than third edition or 3.5 or certainly 4.0. So this game system started around 2004. I think it was originally initially published in like 2005 or 2006 or so. So this was considered to be the next logical step beyond AD&D First Edition, and that was said by Gary Gygax himself. So, who actually worked on this system um, along with both Stephen and Davis Chenault. So, great, you know, great props and great claim for the legacy of Dungeons and Dragons, even though it is Castles and Crusades. Um, and then next from them, and I believe that this is their newest series of adventure books, although I might be wrong, and that is Amazing Adventures. Now, the primary principal author of this is Jason Vey, and I first became aware of Jason Vey, I believe, with his work with Adventures in an Age Undreamed Of, the Conan 2D20 with Modifius. So so he's an excellent game designer, and looking forward to seeing. Now this is using the same system that Castles and Crusades uses. It's just so the Siege engine game for pulp era action and adventure. So that I'm really looking forward to, because I've always been looking for a game that will translate really well with some of the other Robert E. Howard characters that are um, post 1900. And so this will probably fit that bill really, really well. So that is pretty much it. That is my mail call, and as you can see, quite a lot of really interesting things that have come in, and I really liked it. Virtually all of them are a different genre, so not one of them is really is really either mainstream high fantasy, and this is probably the closest thing to the high fantasy genre. Um, I wouldn't even say Castles and Crusades isn't really high fantasy to me. I think that there's a lot of mythology built into it as well, and so it's not just your generic high fantasy. Um, but I mean, some might argue against that idea. Amazing Adventures is obviously a totally different genre, and Whitechester is. It's kind of a gothic fantasy or dark fantasy gothic kind of setting. So looking forward to a city of the damned, prison city of the damned. So really looking forward to that. That would probably be something really cool to run at a convention, because it sounds like it's very geared towards that kind of one shot, and if all your characters die, that'll be perfectly fine. So looking forward to going deeper on each of these in the not so distant future. Although, like I said, the setting book or the world book for Akram um, by Luke Gygax is an adventure, and so it's harder to really break down and talk about adventures without spoiling them, which I don't want to do. So, as always, thanks for joining. Stay healthy out there. I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen sometime soon. Remember to, like the video, subscribe. There is a new membership, so if you want to support the channel in that way, membership gains you access to other things. I don't do membership only videos or that kind of thing, but membership will give you access to my Discord channel. And then at higher levels, you actually can get in on some of my games. I'm looking to plan, multiple one shots and even campaigns, longer lasting campaigns for the members at the highest levels of support. So, as always, I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen sometime soon. You have a great afternoon. Take care.